Hey y'all, this is Christina Barker, licensed clinical professional counselor, love and life coach. I have a passion for women, and I am here today to talk to you all about finding your essence. Now, that might not be a term that you're used to hearing, but I got this actually from a book that I'm reading. Shout out to Sarah Jakes Roberts and her book Woman Evolve. If you haven't got it, I suggest you go ahead and get it. I've been working with some ladies outside of my day job and doing some coaching, and we've been talking about discovering our true identity. And I love how Sarah Jakes Roberts puts it. She comes up with this term essence. And I think that that captures really what I mean when I say finding your identity. And so I'm going to read an excerpt from something she wrote in chapter 5 of this book. She said, generally, when we think about who we are, we begin by naming off the titles and roles we possess. I'm a wife, a mother, daughter, entrepreneur, and so on. She says, actually, that's not who I am. It's what I do. But it can be exceptionally hard to know the difference. And here's where it really gets good and where I want to hang our hat today. Answering the question of who you are is impossible without understanding your essence. Ask yourself, what is my consistent offering to my job, family, friends, and community? Isn't that good? What is my consistent offering to all of those roles that I fill? If you can answer that question, you can find your essence. Your essence is really the part of you that is what everyone expects, anticipates, experiences when you walk in the room. It is the part of you that makes you you. It's the part of you that will be missed if you were to suddenly disappear, vanish from the earth, and no longer be here among those who have the pleasure and honor of knowing you and calling you their mom, their wife, their friend. And so I actually did this little task, and I'm going to charge you with doing it. And the task that I did was I asked the people in my life, I said, if I were to no longer be around, what would you miss the most about me? And I'm going to share with you what my husband and my children responded. I hope I can find it quickly because I don't want to take too much time here. Their response to me was, here it is. One son said, your smile, your laugh, everything about you. Another son said, the way you love me. My oldest responded, you, like everything about you. And when I probed him a little more, to be specific, he responded, your smile, your hugs. I mean, I don't know how to summarize it. I'd miss you. What I found interesting, and I'm actually going to come back to my husband, what I found interesting is that none of my children said that they would miss me driving them to school, or they would miss me making them dinner, or they would miss me tucking them in at night, or they would miss me, transporting them to their games or their practices. I'm sure that they would miss me doing those things. But when I asked them what they would miss about me, it was something that only I could do. You know, I noticed that in all the duties that we have, for example, one of my most loathed chores these days is transporting my children to all the many things that I have to take them to. They go to school out of our neighborhood, out of the neighborhood, and they go on special permission, so they have to be transported by me, and I have to drive them there. But you know what's funny? If I could actually pay someone to do that, if I wanted to, I could hire a chauffeur or send them in a, I send them with someone in the neighborhood who's going that way. And so really that's a duty that I could sort of source out to someone else. But no one can do that duty like I do. No one can be that person in the car who spends the quality time and who has a certain rapport and relationship with my kids the same way I do. Some of us, the chores of taking care of home, doing the laundry, cleaning the things that need to be cleaned, housekeeping, cooking the food. The truth is that you may feel that these are chores and you hate doing them, but no one can do them just like you, right? You could hire a chef. You could pay the laundromat to wash and launder your clothes. And honestly, I'd even say, go ahead. If you can outsource some of these duties, go right ahead. But the truth is that what people in your life who love you most and who you love most would miss about you is not your duties, the duties that you fill, the responsibilities that you complete, the tasks that you handle. They would miss you. And that gets to the essence of what makes you, you. And I love how Sarah Jakes Roberts says, she just asks a simple question. What is it about you that you consistently offer in all of your roles? I asked my husband the same question, what would he miss about me? And his response was, he said, your heart. He said, you're a good person and you make me want to be better. And then he said something X-rated, so I won't get into that. But only I can be who I am to my husband. If I were to pass along and for whatever reason, God forbid, my life were to end today, in a year or 2 or 5 or 10, my husband may remarry and he hopefully would find a great woman, but she wouldn't replace me, right? She would fulfill his life or be meaningful to him in some way that I'm sure that she would show up for him because she has an essence too, but she would never be me. And that's okay. There's only one you. And so the encouragement today that I want to really leave you with is I want you to try to remember that you are so much more than your roles. You are so much more than your titles. You're so much more than your duties. You're so much more than the tasks and the things that you are responsible for. And so we can get so caught up doing that we forget to just be, right? I know that things have to happen on a schedule, and if they don't, and in many ways, us married moms of multiple minors, it falls on our shoulders to make sure it all gets done. And sometimes we feel more like circus ringmasters than actual human beings living a life and enjoying the process. And so in all of your doing and all of your organizing and all of your multitasking and all of your getting it done, don't forget that even if you end the day and all the different things on your checklist didn't get done, there was an essence that you brought that couldn't have been replaced. And you are extremely valued. You are valuable. You are necessary. You are loved. So I want to actually leave you with a few quotes, a few poems that I think get at the essence of our essence. They capture the idea that you are extremely significant. One is written by a woman whose name is Marianne Williamson, and she says, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. That's such a beautiful piece. I was talking to a client just this morning, and I said, she was telling me that she tends to shrink and play herself small, and I know that tendency well. There's so many women who feel like if they're seen or if they're too out there, they're going to come across as just too much or be, you know, seem arrogant or prideful. But the truth is that security is a beautiful, remarkable, impressive, commendable thing. You can walk in a room completely secure in who you are, and if other people around you are made to feel insecure because of your confidence and your security, that's their problem. Walk in the room, walk through your home, live your life in a way that says you understand that you have an assignment to bring forth and manifest the glory of God Himself as only you can. Sure, your sister friend, your daughter, your mother, your neighbor, they manifest the glory of God as well. They have an essence that only they can present in this world. But there's only one of you. So don't shrink, don't hide, don't settle for being less than your phenomenal self. Be all that and then some, unapologetically. And that is a good segue into the second poem, which I'll share, which I'm sure you probably already anticipated. It's a very well-known poem by the Maya Angelou, and it's titled Phenomenal Woman. Let this minister to your heart. It says, pretty women wonder where my secret lies. I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model's size, but when I start to tell them, they think I'm telling lies. I say, it's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I'm a woman, phenomenally. Phenomenal woman. That's me. I walk into a room just as cool as you please. And to a man, the fellows stand or fall down to their knees. Then they swarm around me, a hive of honeybees. I say, it's the fire in my eyes and the flash of my teeth, the swing in my waist and the joy in my feet. I'm a woman, phenomenally. Phenomenal woman, that's me. Men themselves have wondered what they see in me. They try so much, but they can't touch my inner mystery. When I try to show them, they say they still can't see. I say it's in the arch of my back, the sun of my smile, the ride of my breast, the grace of my style. I'm a woman, phenomenally. Phenomenal woman, that's me. Now you understand just why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump about or have to talk real loud. When you see me passing, it ought to make you proud. I say it's in the click of my heels, the bend of my hair, the palm of my hand, the need for my care. 'Cause I'm a woman, phenomenally. Phenomenal woman, that's me. And as if this poem needed any explanation, I'm going to add my own 2 cents and just say, what makes you phenomenal is when you walk in your being, when you are confident in your essence and unapologetic in your taking up the space that you stand in. Don't step down, don't step back, don't hide, don't shrink, don't be less. Be all that you are and unapologetically so. Be it all. Know that you are one of a kind. Know that no one else has the exact cocktail of characteristics as you. In this poem, the Maya Angelou is trying to explain that the thing that made her valuable and beautiful and phenomenal was not something superficial. It was the combination of the unique characteristics of who she was. It wasn't just in the length of her arms or the stride of her breast, but it was the fact that she was the one embodying this essence. How about you? Are you embodying your essence? Are you able to see and perceive your value? Are you able to walk with dignity, with your head high, with people wondering, how do you have the confidence you have? You're not the cutest. You're not the best shaped, the best dressed. You're not the most educated. You're not the... You are all that you are intended to be. And you are just fine, just as you are. Phenomenal. So go and be phenomenal. I pray that this blessed you. It sure blessed me. And I'll just say, please, if you are a married mom of multiple children, multiple minors, let me keep it with the acronym MMOMM, join us over at Facebook, where we talk about all things concerning married moms of multiple minors. Every Monday at 8, I go live. I hope to see you there. Tag a friend. Let them know. Meet us there. Thank you.